The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we got a combat mailbag question for you. And I just looked up the name and I forgot.
Lee.
It was, hold on. Want to give you your credit. Sorry about this, guys. Lee Kelly.
Thanks for the question, Lee Kelly.
Alright, Lee wants to know what happens to the money when a fighter who misses weight gets fined. That's a pretty good question. Now, we all know contracts are set for certain weights, different weight classes, sometimes catch weights. And the general rule is if you miss weight, you lose 20% of your purse if the fight goes on.
That's right. Now,
they can call off the fight and nobody gets paid, which completely sucks. Most times they will renegotiate the contract to get like a rehydration clause, like they can't weigh more than a certain amount of pounds on the following night. Usually it's 10 to 15 pounds. They can't add more than 10 to 15 pounds the next night of the fight. And
you'll see that versus the Broner-Porter fight coming up, because while they are fighting at a catch weight, if I'm not mistaken, 144, 144, they're not allowed to rehydrate up more than 10 pounds.
Yes.
And knowing that Sean Porter's bigger, that is an advantage for Broner. But moving on.
Right. Most recently, Ray Beltran missed weight against Takahiro Ao. He actually was not fined, I think, because he let them know in advance that he was not going to be able to make the weight, and they worked something out. But had he been fined, he had an $85,000 purse, which they would have took 20% of that, which is, do you know?
$17,000.
Yes. So half of that would have went to Takahiro Ao, which is $8,500, and then that other $8,500 would have went to the commission of where they fought, which I believe was in California.
Right.
So that's how they break that down. So of course, the bigger the purse, the bigger the split. So sometimes, you know, baby guys are hoping like, hey, maybe this guy misses weight, I get some extra money. And then you have the case in like MMA where Kelvin Gastelum missed weight against Tyron Woodley, and Woodley refused to take the cut of that money because he was like, Gastelum's an up-and-coming guy, he's not making that much money anyway, let him keep the money. That was a noble gesture on his part. He did go out and win that fight.
You don't see that too often.
Yeah. Most people would have been like, give me that money. Or, you know, they'll work out something where it's like the Mayweather Marquez situation where Mayweather calls him up like, hey, I'm not going to make this weight. I'll pay you an extra 300 grand and I weigh, you know, what I want to weigh.
Or they may come up with a clause where there's a certain amount per pound over the contracted weight, which again, was that Mayweather Pacquiao?
I think it was.
It was $1 million per pound or something crazy like that.
Yeah. So they have a lot of different things that they do as far as making or missing the weight. It really depends on the fighter, the magnitude of the fight, and the players involved.
And of course, if it's for a belt, because a lot of the times whoever missed weight is no longer belt eligible.
Right, as in the Beltran fight, he was no longer eligible to win the belt that he would have won had he made weight because he knocked out Al in the second round. So that's really it. Once a fighter misses weight, 20% of the purse that they were going to make is taken from them. Half of it goes to the fighter, half of it goes to the commission. What the commission does with that money probably handles fees or whatever.
The administrative stuff.
Yeah, probably stuff like that. Kind of like court costs.
All right.
So that's it, guys. Thanks for writing in again, Lee. Hope you guys like this video. Thumbs up if you do. Leave a comment if you have any questions. You can hit us up on Facebook, CapitalofCombat, Google+, same name. You can hit us up on our email, capitalofcombat@gmail.com, like Lee did. And give us any of your questions. Also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you do so, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that every Everything we done is coming and gone. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.